photograph can remind you of the past, a song can make you nostalgic, but smells can do something different. It can suddenly put you back in a room that you haven't thought about for decades. Research discussed in the book The Forgotten Sense suggests that smell memories may go back earlier in childhood than memories formed by sound or visual cues. So why does smell seem to reach so far back? Well, here's a paradox. In laboratory tasks, we're not especially good at remembering new smells. So it may not be that smell gives us a stronger memory system, but that it functions differently from the other ones. Hi, I'm Jonathan from Memories, and I teach people about the power of smell to improve brain health, memory health, cognition, mood, and more. If you want to learn more, visit us at our website or shoot me an email. So in this video, I'll discuss research as presented in the book The Forgotten Sense. My guess is that anyone watching this has specific smells that they might recognize from early in childhood. They could be food related, perfume, a Christmas tree, baking, or maybe sunscreen or the smell of a school. In French writer Marcel Proust's masterpiece Remembrance of Things Past, the narrator is struck by the sudden sensation of the smell of a madeleine dipped in tea, leading to an in-depth, colorful, and long-winded recollection. In fact, the whole book is an incredible testament to memory and sense experience. But that function of our sense of smell and the memories associated with it is being borne out in laboratory research as well. What the research is showing is a different age distribution for memories cued by odors versus those cued by sounds, words, or pictures. So there are parts of our lives when we see a bump in memory formation. And so typical adults will have an autobiographical bump around adolescence and early adulthood. But odor-based memories skew earlier, with those bumping around ages 6 to 10. And so while our experiences of having a smell instantaneously bring us back to a time and place might make it seem like smell memories are stronger, it may be that they just function differently. And this has been borne out in studies. In fact, laboratory memories for images, words, and sounds can outperform those for odors. So why is it that the odor-cued memories feel so much more vivid and personal? When we look at olfactory processing and the pathway, we see that the way smells connect in the brain is intimately connected with areas of the brain that process emotion and long-term memory. And in some other videos, I go into more depth about this pathway. While words and the memories they evoke invite more deliberate language-based processing, which happens in a different part of the brain. So one idea in the book is that smells gain access to the brain earlier. In fact, our sense of smell is the first sense to develop in the womb. But more than that, odor learning is a part of our early childhood experience. One proposed explanation is that the odor-associated memories that we're having early in childhood are occurring before a lot of the other parts of our brain, the language-based and deductive reasoning parts of the brain, are coming online. And so these early smells and their encoded memories become entwined with things like family, home, safety, the core foundations of our lives at that point. So odor memories are not stored as trivia or fact-based kinds of things, but as parts of ourselves and our lives. And so while a photograph can remind us of the past, a smell can make us feel like we're there momentarily. And an added note here that what our brains experience is what they think the world is. Studies with aging populations who were placed in environments that were more like their lives from early adolescence, like for people in their 70s or 80s, making it seem like it was the 1950s, their brains and bodies started to act differently, like they were younger. So it may in fact prove very useful to engage with smells that remind us of early childhood, assuming that these smells are pleasant. Reminding our brains that they're young may in fact help them stay young. So what's your favorite smell from childhood, and how could you engage with it more now? Smells are so personal, so unique, and tell a story, your story. So what's your favorite one? Thanks for checking out the video. If you'd like to learn more about how smell can improve brain and memory health, I have lots of content you'll love.